Have you ever looked into the eyes of a cow and wondered, how did we go from worshiping them to turning them into products on an assembly line? From sacred temples to fast food menus, this is the astonishing journey of cows, one of humanity's oldest companions and now one of its most exploited. Let's dive into the untold story of evolution, domestication, and the modern crisis of the humble cow. Let's rewind the clock. Around 10,500 years ago, in what is now modern-day Turkey and the Middle East, wild ancestors of cows, aurochs, roamed freely. Towering at 6 feet tall, these beasts were powerful, fast, and anything but domesticated. Over generations, humans selectively bred the more docile individuals, gradually turning wild aurochs into today's cows, a process that took centuries and reshaped both species forever. But cows weren't just animals. In India, they became symbols of divine purity and non-violence. In ancient Egypt, they represented motherhood and fertility. These majestic creatures were respected, honored, even worshipped. So what happened? As civilizations grew, so did our appetite. Milk, meat, hides, cows offered it all. With the rise of agriculture and sedentary societies, cows became living resources. In the 19th and 20th centuries, selective breeding ramped up, turning cows into high-yield milk machines or rapid-growth beef suppliers. Take the Holstein cow, for example. It now produces over 20,000 pounds of milk per year, far more than any natural ancestor could have imagined or handled comfortably. It was no longer about the cow's well-being. It was about productivity. Enter the factory farm, where life is measured in gallons and grams. Today, over 1 billion cows exist worldwide, the majority raised in industrial settings. The effects? Health issues, chronic lameness, mastitis, and bloated udders in dairy cows. Behavioral changes? Deprived of grazing and social bonds, cows develop repetitive stress behaviors. Environmental destruction. Cattle farming contributes to 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, more than the entire transportation sector. And let's talk ethics. Calves are often taken from mothers within 24 hours. Lifespans are cut short, not due to nature but due to efficiency metrics. The same animal once sacred is now processed, packaged, and forgotten. Here's a question. If cows could speak, what would they say about us? That we're brilliant, ruthless, efficient, or lost? Some scientists argue that our treatment of cows reflects a deeper disconnect, from nature, from empathy, and even from ourselves. But there's a shift happening. Movements pushing for pasture-based farming, plant-based alternatives, and ethical sourcing are gaining ground. Because deep down, we know, this system is unsustainable. You don't have to become a monk or a vegan overnight, but next time you sip a latte or bite into a burger, pause. Think. Ask yourself, where did this come from? Was it worth the cost? Let's bring the cow back into the conversation, not just as a product, but as a being. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we can change our relationship with animals? If you found this video eye-opening, give it a like, move over to that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the hidden stories of the animal world. Until then, respect nature, ask questions, and stay curious. From sacred symbol to factory farm product, it's time we remember where the story began and decide where it goes next.